Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. First off, excuse the bumpiness. We're on a road trip today, aren't we?
We are.
We're excuse me, we'll start that again. Excuse the bumpiness. We're on a road trip today, aren't we?
We are with 3 counties today. South Yorkshire, West Yorkshire and North Yorkshire.
North Yorkshire. Ian wanted to come through to Harrogate to Art from the Heart, which is the shop owned by Ranger designer Diane Reevely. So he's obviously wanting some resources, aren't you?
I am indeed, yeah.
So we thought we'd come out for a little bit of a day trip and a spot of lunch at one of our favourite Italian restaurants as well. And Mr. Bentley's in the back, so no doubt we'll also take him to the PARK for a little bit of a WALK.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah.
Come up one floor too many. So we've just been in to Art from the Heart. Obviously I couldn't film in there because there are people in there shopping. So yeah, privacy thing and all that, but lots and lots of goodies and fabulous stuff in there today.
Well, yeah, even I've got some stuff.
Yeah, so they have a little Prima section, which I was able to go and get some of the new Prima waxes for my mixed media canvases and stuff. Plus they've got some of the Tim Holtz Halloween stuff in, which I've got a few bits, some stickers, a pack of ephemera, like that, and some of the papers. So yeah, I don't know whether they're this year's or last year's.
Well, mine's stuff boring, isn't it?
Has it got a date on it? 2022, so it's this year's papers.
I bought some new distress tools. You know, not distress tools, the handles for the foams.
Oh yeah, the ink blending tools.
Packet of spare inks.
You mean the foams?
Foams, yes, sorry, yeah, the foams. Then I got a bottle of teak alcohol ink for dyeing the resin.
That's right.
Which I think may have been sent back this morning and won't be coming till Monday, and if it is, I'll be cross.
But you've got one anyway.
What? No, I meant the ink, the resin. That could have been sent back.
Oh, I see what you mean. Right.
But I think it might actually be the postman. And I also got some glossy accents, so really, really boring.
Yeah. No, not really boring.
So
just
that's it.
Useful.
Yeah.
Different.
Useful.
So we're now sat outside the restaurant in the car because it's only 11:45 and they don't open till 12. So we've got a quarter of an hour to do this. And Ian's looking at Whippet photos on Facebook.
Well, it's all just disappeared for some reason.
He's a member of a couple of Whippet groups, international Whippet groups, so he likes looking at the pictures of babies. Don't you?
I do.
Just giving Mr. Bentley a drink and a treat for being a good boy in the back of the car.
Hello. Really, what's that? Oh, biscuit. You got it. There you go then. Hey, there's your biscuit. He wants chug daddy like he's just had.
I know. I couldn't eat all of my calzone, which had pesto and thyme and rosemary, and oh, it was just absolutely beautiful. But I couldn't eat it all, so I brought him some chicken breast out.
I had pepperoni diavolo pizza with a portion of fries. The pizza was a good 14 inches across.
Absolutely. Very big. So now we're all feeling fat. Fatter. Oh, seatbelt. There we go. Yeah, so we've just got to battle our way back through to Leeds now, and then from Leeds back to Barnsley.
I think we'll go through Wetherby actually, where I was born.
Yes, but we also need to do a spot of grocery shopping on the way home.
Yes.
So, big round robin trip. So, we're back from Harrogate and Leeds. It's just gone 2:25 we've had a delivery. Some more resin. It had leaked slightly in the box, but we haven't lost anything. There's actually still more in the bottles than what we actually ordered, so at least there's that. So yeah, Ian's happy, so we can get casting again this weekend. So I'm having a bit of a lazy Sunday today. After a busy day yesterday, I went and did a load of grocery shopping yesterday. In between doing the mission inspiration projects and that kind of stuff, and editing and rendering and uploading and all that kind of thing. It took far too long yesterday to do that. What would normally only take me, say for example, maybe an hour's preparation, an hour to film the whole thing from start to finish, and then maybe an entire hour to edit and then render and upload. Normally that would only take like 3 to 4 hours for a video. Took about 6 yesterday, mainly because the computer's slow. My Mac that I'm using is the same one that I bought after we were burgled back in 2019. So this is now 3 years old with 3 years worth of stuff. So today, after yesterday, getting very frustrated with the fact that things were taking so long, I've decided to free up a lot of disk space, which means I'm going through restructuring and re-hierarching all my files and resources, but also taking files off the computer and putting them onto external drives, because I don't use every single resource all the time. So I've got my entire library of vintage resources that I've spent years scanning and collecting, but I only use a small fraction of them occasionally. So they're just taking up disk space, if you know what I mean. So I've removed all of those and put them onto an external hard drive, and kind of tried to clear as much space on the main computer as possible to leave as much space and room in the computer for processing. And I do appreciate there is a difference between ROM and RAM for those people that are computer literate. But also I've got rid of a lot of programs that I haven't used for a while. So stuff that I don't, for example, what was it, DaVinci Resolve, I've ditched, I've got rid of, so that's not taking up space on the computer. So all the programs that I use on a regular basis are all there. All the ones that I don't use very often or at all anymore, I've removed as well. So I've cleared up as much space as possible, because I don't really want to have to go to the expense of having to buy a new Mac. Ian did at Christmas when his completely failed, but luckily he found a reconditioned one that had been done by the University of Sheffield, where the steel comes from and the cutlery. The science part of the university, or technology part of the university, have a separate kind of offshoot that do repairs, and they built him, or did him, a reconditioned computer at Christmas. And it cost him, it was like 25% of the cost of a retail one. So it may be that if I do need a new computer, if I do need a new computer, that would be the place to go to. But just not yet, because I just can't afford it yet. Obviously the world is in recession after COVID, and even more so for us here in the UK, because we've got Brexit, all the aftermath of Brexit, plus the war in the Ukraine, energy crisis, all that kind of stuff. So COVID, Brexit, war in the Ukraine, it's just had its toll. People aren't spending, but neither am I, you know what I mean. So I totally understand. But yeah, it just means that sales are down and that kind of thing. So I just haven't got that disposable cash to splash out on a new computer at the moment. So, hey ho, we have to make do, which is why I'm clearing all these files. Hello, what can I help you with? Oh, I see. You want me to do that, do you? Oh, come on then. You're a bit preemptive. Come here. Sit. Sit. Dirty. Go on then. Looks like I'm doing this for the next quarter of an hour. So it's Tuesday afternoon. It's just gone 3:30. I should have been sat working on a project for tonight's video. But unfortunately, because I've been kind of concentrating and working on my 7 days of Halloween videos, planning, creating resources, images, graphics, that kind of thing over the past few days, in readiness to sit down and start recording for the beginning of October, because I like to get them done in advance, obviously. So because I've been concentrating on that, when I sat down to actually try and think of something to do for a non-Halloween themed art journal page, my brain was just completely full of bats and tombstones and ghosts and cobwebs and witches' hats, and I couldn't really think of anything to do. So I kind of put it to one side and then got stuck on doing Halloween stuff again, because that's where my brain is at the moment. It's all on poison labels and this, that and the other and all that kind of stuff. So while I was looking through my Halloween bits and bobs, I found some old thank you cards that I had for Halloween a couple of years ago. That I'd still got one or two left up on the top. That kind of thing. So I thought, actually, I'm kind of down. I haven't done or filmed doing any thank you cards or postcards and stuff for a while, so I might have a go at doing those, because I don't really have to think too much about those. They're just layers. So they're a bit easier, I think. So it's Wednesday and hang on. I know. Dog's eye. It's going to be a busy day today. Today's kind of like the crux day, the last day before all hell breaks loose. Tomorrow it's the funeral of Mum's brother. So Mum and Dad are coming over to stay tonight because my brother's picking them both up in the morning from here, because it's easier for him to pick them up here than it would be to go all the way over to where they live in Penistone, because my brother doesn't live that far away from me here. So I've got to get the bedroom ready because we had guests at weekend and I haven't had a chance to strip the bed yet. So I want to strip that and put clean bedding on today. So that needs doing. Also, Ian's going to the asylum, the biggest steampunk event on the planet this weekend, bank holiday weekend. Unfortunately, I can't go because we've got nobody to look after Mr. Bentley, because obviously Mum and Dad can't really do it anymore. So I've got to stay here. But it also means then that Ian's got to do everything himself. Apart from prepare and get everything ready, because I have been helping him, casting the resin and packing his products and that kind of stuff, and helping as much as I can with putting labels on bags and pricing things up and all that kind of stuff. But today's the last day to get ready for that, because he goes tomorrow, and in the morning, he's hello. Somebody's just got off the bed. And in the morning, he has an appointment at the hospital for a cardiology checkup, basically. Ian has a regular, irregular heartbeat, they've discovered. So they want to just check it out. They don't think it's serious. But he's got to go for that. And he's been waiting for that appointment for about 3 months. NHS, COVID, backlogs, all that kind of stuff. So it's to be expected. So yeah, so it's been a pretty busy day today, and I think, hello, what? Do you want to play? Is that what you're telling me? Do you want to play? Where's Teddy then? I don't know where Teddy is. He stood looking at, oh, there's Teddy. He stood looking at me as if to say, play, Daddy. Come and get him then. Oh, hang on. Oh, ow. Right, so it looks like we're doing this for the next 10 minutes then. So, my day just got busier. I've been summoned into the garage. Look at this hive of activity.
Morning, everyone. Off-duty Steampunk here. Nicodemus Dandelion at your service.
Are you ever off duty?
No. So I'm just getting ready now for packing for the asylum for the weekend.
Yes.
As I've said before, it's not a place, it's not a hospital. Well, it was. It's the biggest steampunk gathering in the universe, according to NASA officially, because one of the Ministry of Steampunk people who run it also works for the British Space Centre and knows the people at NASA, and they've quantified it as being the only one in the universe.
Actually, I think it was the only one in the solar system.
Solar system.
Yeah,
oh,
the largest one in the solar
let's
system.
Not be, yeah, there'd be a planet somewhere else where everybody dressed in Victorian clothing going, we are the biggest one in the universe, the solar system.
And there was somebody going, I don't think so.
Yeah, there will be. But they'll have green tentacles.
Yeah, less said about that, the better.
So, yeah, I'm getting ready to go. So I'm really, really, really excited.
Good stuff.
So I have...
Are we looking down here now?
Whatever we've got here. So we've got the night. A lady came to me in beginning of the year. She had a carry bag full of stuff.
Right, do you want to turn it on so they've got something to look at? There you go, while you're talking.
And she had one of these bottle covers. You slide it over a wine bottle.
Oh, yeah.
So I've made it into a night and shiny.
Yeah, it does light up as well, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
There you go.
Yeah. And if you turn it round, you've got it's like a jetpack.
Fantastic.
So he's done. I like him.
Yes, he's very good.
The TARDIS is done as well, but I can't plug that in because it's USB powered.
Right.
And the USB thing is in the house.
Right.
Getting ready to go.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of these are USB powered now, aren't they?
A lot of them are. Oh, they haven't quite finished this yet, but this is going to be an MP3 player. Just got to put the machine on the back.
Fantastic.
That's going to have a musical strength in it, a dial on the front.
Yeah. So this will be an actual MP3 player that you can connect to your phone or, or whatever and play music through.
Yeah.
Lovely. And it's a real violin that you modified.
It is, yeah, I got it. It's a cheap one from China. It's more proper violin, but it's wasn't terribly expensive.
Fantastic. Looks like you've got all bits there ready for something.
These are all for the lightsabers.
Oh, are these the acrylic rods?
Yes. They're the rods there.
And of course, as the light travels up the rod like a fibre optic, it hits and highlights all the bubbles. In the same way that the bubbles are lit up there, that will happen with that acrylic rod.
But also...
Not only, but also
it has one peculiar trait. It will travel up the bowl or travel up the tube.
Yeah.
But it also continues going if you put another light at the end.
That's what fibre optics are like, aren't they?
Sorry.
Just tilt it a little bit for me. There you go. So that's what I mean about the bubbles all being lit up.
And this is a twatometer.
Less said about that, the better.
Yes. It's for people who get on your nerves.
Yes.
So read into that what you will.
Yeah.
I also have my octarine collector.
And obviously octarine being the colour of magic.
It's purple.
Beautiful.
So that's that one. I also have a handheld twatometer as well. Which is just in case you
because there's a lot of it about.
There's a lot of it about. I also have a Cluedomatic. And this is for a detective. Steampunk detective.
Oh, wow.
Who goes out
detecting clues.
Detecting clues. We've also got the paralometers, which have been incredibly popular this year. That's that one.
These detect levels of peril.
It does.
We'll look at the... Oh, move my finger out
Finger
the way.
out the way would be a good idea.
There you go. You see, it goes from safe to not.
Safe. So at the moment, we're mid-range at the moment.
Oh, I'm falling over. So, plus, there's all sorts of... That's rather intriguing. Big, tall one.
That's the light tube. That's my demo model.
Yeah.
Actually, I can show you. I've just spotted a
USB.
socket in the wall, yeah.
Just made out the light on the ceiling. Oh, there we go.
And that's what the tubes light up like. So I do...
So it is very much like a Lumo Saber.
A Lumo Saber, which is what these are. And this is all part of the Lumo Saber set.
Fantastic.
So you get the drive system at the bottom.
Yeah.
All the pieces to go on it. The tube, the end cap, everything.
Fantastic.
I've got one customer, Andy, whose son wants a double one, so I've made
a double length one.
Double length one. And
that's a rather long one.
Well, I'll show you. This is absolutely stunning. Just unscrew this.
Don't have to move further back because to get everything in shot.
Okay, sorry.
It's all right.
Okay, so, whoops. Let's turn it off and then turn it on again. It's not going to hurt because they're all acrylic. So this will sit onto one of the handles. That is USB powered as well. It's got plastic around it to protect it at the moment. Okay, ready?
Yep.
It goes up and through to the end. See it catching the bubbles?
Yeah. Obviously it's going to be brighter at the bottom in daylight, but it will catch it all the way up.
It does. You can see it just flitters.
Oh yeah, you can still see it.
Yeah.
But... Brilliant.
Because I bring it down here out of the light, you'll see the light does go to the end.
Yeah.
Obviously it's brighter at the bottom part than it is the top part, but that's the nature of optics.
Yes.
So I just unscrew that. I also don't think this is the USB on this is for charging an electric drill.
Oh, so it may not be pulling enough power.
I don't think it is.
Not for that big double one, anyway.
The big double one, anyway. Then we have our noxious gas detector, a fluvium. So that's testing for noxious gas.
Is that like a scanner?
Yeah.
That handheld scanner?
Yeah. And then I made a different one here, and that's got oxygen on it as well.
So you're well stocked up. You not managed to do anything with the skull this time?
The skulls are in the cupboard, they're all done.
Oh, they're all ready.
I didn't want to make 3 because I was running out of time. So I just
you've got quite a few machines in the cupboard as well,
all
all ready to go.
Yeah.
So, plus all your other stock. So it looks like you've been very, very busy for...
Cedric.
Oh, typical alien.
So that's Cedric.
Cedric the
Cedric's a one-off.
Cool.
Yeah, I have been busy, and I've also got some more of the little night lights.
The little nightlight flame lights as well, yeah.
So, yes. All ready to go. So I'm just going to start packing, and then I'll film a little bit on the journey there. I'm actually staying with Karen and her husband Steve and the dogs at a place called the Old Brick Pit. Sounds awful like Stig of the Dump, but it's a beautiful log cabin. We stayed there before, if you remember.
Yes, the log cabin.
At the beginning of the year. Yes. So pack, get it all sorted, and I'll see you again in a little while.
I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.